Okay, today I'm going to go through the steps that I took to create the Education Ice music video, rap video, whatever you want to call it, and the tools that I use. The first tool that I'm going to show you is UJam. I have tweeted about this one kind of regularly. I'm really huge fan of this program. It's just ujam.com, and you can sign up for a free account, which I did a little while back. And so I'm logged in here, and you just click this little Go Jam. Now, there are a ton of tutorials on YouTube that these guys that create this program have put together. They can kind of show you some of the more advanced features. I've kept it pretty simple, as I typically do, and it may take a little bit here to load. One of the nice things about UJam is you can take your something that you recorded on some sort of audio recorder, or you can take and record right to the website, which is what I did, and hopefully it will connect here. Okay, so here are some of the ones that I've saved. My Education Ice video here is saved already, or I'm sorry, the audio. But if you wanted to do this from scratch, which is what I did, you click this record button, and when you click the record button, it'll say flash settings, whatever. You click this button, and it starts, once it says get ready, it'll start actually recording your voice. Now, you probably won't hear this on screen capture, but it'll record so you can sing or talk or whatever you need to do. Then you'll click this button again, and it'll stop. It'll process the audio. It does all this kind of internally. You just click accept. And now you can edit and do some stuff with this, with the beat and aligning vocals. I've never played around with that. Again, I typically just like to keep it simple. So I click accept again, and then it brings it into here. And this is where the magic kind of happens. For that particular video, all I did was auto-tuning, which is improved tuning, and I just jacked that all the way up to 100%. You can mess with the pitch. You can mess with how much music is playing versus melody. You can change the tempo. And for that one, all I did was move the auto-tuning up. Some of the other things you can do, which I've used in some of the other projects I've done, is you can actually create a style of music, and it will actually take your audio and match that style of music as background music to what you've sang. So if you sing a song, it will add background music to it automatically, which is pretty sweet. But again, for that Education Ice video, all I did was recorded my voice singing the rap that I wrote, and then I auto-tuned it all the way up to 100%, and then I did this button here, Create MP3. Okay, so that was step one. Step two is I went to this program called Crazy Talk, which is probably one of my favorite programs. When you go into this program, what you can do is you click Model up here, and you click your model. And they have some preloaded folks in here, and that is what I used. Let me see, where was it? These guys. These are the guys that I used. So I'm going to choose them as my models. And you can take a picture of anything, like a hand drawing. I have my students draw pictures and put them in there, but this was a preloaded one. And you can mess with, and what this program does is you move the different sensors in around the eye, nose, and mouth, and that's kind of how it does the facial recognition. But this has already been done for me because, again, it is the standard ones that are loaded in here. So then you go to the script. So you pick your model, and again, there's more advanced features. You can give them buck teeth, gold teeth, a grill, all sorts of things, which I didn't do, but you can. You go to the script, and you can record right to here, but because I already did the recording in UJam with the auto-tuning, I already have that recording, but you could record right into here and click your model and record, and it would do the facial animation for you. So I'm going to open a file that I've already created, and I have to think of where I put it for one quick second. Okay, we're going to skip that. So I'm going to record into it right now just because I can't find where I put that UJam recording. But it'll serve the same purpose. So once you click record, the microphone records you, and you just saying whatever you need to do. Click stop, click OK, and it's going to throw it down here in a timeline. And then when you click play, you'll see this guy start animating his mouth, and it does that automatically. You can get much more advanced in terms of you can actually grab different pieces of the face and get you can actually puppeteer the faces, which is kind of a more advanced feature, but again, you don't need to do any of that. So once you have your recording onto your guys, it'll automatically animate it. You just click back and forth. So when I did the background music, you just click back and forth between your two characters over here, and then all you do is go to the output, And what this does is you can choose what kind of file type. I typically work in WMV just because I have a PC. You could load it right up to YouTube. So I chose WMV, the highest quality, click this little output button, and then it saves it as that file. Then I went over to a program called Pinnacle, and kind of like the cooking show, look, there it is, it's done. I pull it down into my timeline, and here is the entire video, and it has the guys already animated, which is what I did in Crazy Talk. So you see them. Then all I did is I wanted to add a title, so I just grabbed the title, threw it down here. And let's see here. And it's not going to let me edit my title, so hold on a second. Let's grab a different one. Let me pull it down here. And it's not going to let me edit it, so I'm not really sure why it's doing that. But you should be able to just double click on this and edit the title, and then I just click my Make Movie, and then it finalizes it into the final form that you saw online. And that took me just a few minutes to do, and that's really all it took me when I actually did it. When I put it together initially, the longest thing that took me was actually coming up with the lyrics. But the actual process of using UJam to create stuff, it's real self-explanatory. Crazy Talk, same kind of thing, and pretty cool results. I have students using this all the time to bring, as I call it, the dead people alive. I have find historical figures like Homer or Alexander the Great and give speeches and things like that. And then this is what I use for a lot of the video editing work that I do. So that is pretty much it. That's how Education Ice was made.